Welcome back to Lux Lifestyle Travel Plus. Since becoming president of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin has been a well-known and powerful person on the international stage. While no one knows Putin's exact net worth, some speculate that he could be the wealthiest person on the planet. If Donald Trump is considered wealthy because he lives in a $100 million apartment, we must also consider that Vladimir Putin lives in a $1 billion palace and owns a $500 million yacht, putting him at a higher level of apparent wealth based on these amenities. Putin helped the Russian economy grow for 8 years in a row, and after serving as prime minister under Dmitry Medvedev from 2009 to 2012, he publicly announced his intention to run for president the third time. Putin makes himself look like an outdoor person, athletic, tough guy by showing off his physical skills and doing strange or dangerous things. Extreme sports and interaction with wild animals are examples. Furthermore, he once published a large photograph of a bare-chested Putin vacationing in the Siberian mountains in 2007, under the headline, "Be like Putin." In 2007, he was named Time Person of the Year. In 2015, he was ranked first on the list of the most influential people at that time. Every year, Forbes names him as the world's most powerful person from 2013 to 2016. He was ranked by Forbes as the second most powerful individual in 2018, trailing only China's supreme leader Xi Jinping. So, with so much power and influence, it's safe to assume that Putin has a lot of money in his bank account, as well as a collection of luxurious assets. We'll go ahead and talk about these. The Kremlin believes the Russian president is paid approximately $133,000 per year and lives in a small apartment. However, if you see a picture of Putin and his lifestyle, you may conclude that this is a complete lie that does not even correspond to how Putin's life appears to be. Stanislav Volkovsky, who used to be a government advisor in Russia, said that he thought his wealth was worth $70 billion. Bill Browder, who runs a hedge fund and is a strong opponent of Putin, said it was more like $200 billion. A fortune of that magnitude would put him far ahead of Amazon founder and current richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, who is still worth $150.2 billion. Putin's net worth is hard to figure out because he probably hides it with the help of people in his inner circle. However, thanks to photographs, leaks, and other trusty sources, we've been able to identify some of Putin's assets, allowing us to better estimate how much he owns. Russia's opposition politicians and journalists say that Putin secretly owns a multi-billion-dollar fortune through stakes in many Russian companies. According to Washington Post editorial, Putin may not technically own these 43 planes, but as Russia's sole political power, he can act as if it does. In fact, the US website Polygraph.info has said in public that no one knows how much money Putin has. In April 2016, 11 million documents belonging to Panama and the law firm Mossack Fonseca were discovered. It was leaked to the German newspaper Süddeutsche and the International Consortium to investigate journalists based in Washington, D.C. Vladimir Putin's name does not appear in any of the records, and Putin has denied any involvement with the company. Several news outlets have reported that 3 of Putin's associates were on the list. According to the Panama Papers leak, Putin's close trustees own offshore companies worth a total of $2 billion. German newspapers think there is a good chance that Putin's family will get some of this money. Putin's official residence as president of Russia is the Moscow Kremlin. He does, however, spend the majority of his time at Novo Algorovio, a suburban government residence outside of the city. In addition, he is said to have access to 20 different palaces and villas. Before we continue, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell for more updates. The most controversial is the so-called Secret Palace. This is said to have been built for Putin using illegal state funds. This is a massive mansion built on the Black Sea coast of Russia. It was originally planned as a simple vacation home with a pool. It now has a magnificent column facade similar to that of the country palace, Russian tsars that were constructed in the 18th century. A golden imperial eagle topped the massive wrought iron gates into the courtyard. Outside our formal gardens, there is a private theater, a landing pad with a bay for 3 helicopters, and accommodations for the security guards. The secret mansion is said to have cost $1 billion to build. It has luxurious bedrooms and wall art that looks like it came from an old Italian cathedral, but no one lives there. Giant spider chandeliers and other amenities were not yet available. Boris Nemtsov produced a dossier claiming that Putin owned multiple private jets, helicopters, and yachts, as well as access to 20 state residencies. During his presidency, 9 were constructed. Putin was also accused of owning 58 different types of planes, including a 19-seat AAL Falcon. One of his planes is said to have an $11 million cabin decorated by jewelers and a toilet that costs close to $100,000. This plane can carry up to 186 passengers. Putin is suspected of owning 5. Putin owns 4 yachts, each of which costs thousands of dollars to maintain. One of his yachts was upgraded in 2005. The graceful cost $1.2 billion, according to reports. Another of his yachts is said to sleep 14 people and have 6 bedrooms. Roman Abramovich is one of Russia's wealthiest people who gave him a gift, a 57-meter luxury yacht worth $35 million. The yacht was named Olympia, and according to reports, Putin ran it with state funds. Putin was photographed wearing several expensive wristwatches worth $700,000, nearly 6 times his annual salary. The accompanying documentation stated that he was the owner. The president allegedly owned 5 blank-paned watches at one time but gave one to a Siberian boy on vacation and another to a factory worker who requested a keepsake. The watches were said to be worth $10,500 each. Ben Jordan from Newsweek also reported that Putin dresses in very expensive brand-name clothing. Valentino is one of his favorite suit designers. Putin prefers the suit brands Kitan and Brioni. A tailor creates these from start to finish. Each one takes dozens of hours to complete and starts at $5,500. Despite his yacht, watch, and private jet collections, that is essentially pocket money for Russia's president. Putin, however, has planned ahead of time to avoid being discovered by paparazzi. Putin has a stylist who has dressed him for over a decade. The stylist removes all labels from his clothes so that they do not attract the attention of journalists or paparazzi. That was a wise decision. Despite this, he was seen wearing $1,425 Laurel peony silk and cashmere blend sweatpants. Putin paired it with a matching top for a total cost of $3,200. Who wants more to Vladimir Putin's spare cash? The final nail in the coffin was ex-Kremlin official Stanislav Belkovsky claim in 2007 that Putin had a $40 billion fortune hidden away in Switzerland and leaked it in style, making him the 4th richest person in the world at that time. Despite Putin's best effort to conceal his billionaire fortune, many believe he is even wealthier than Jeff Bezos, and thus even wealthier than Donald Trump or other world leaders competing for the position. Do you believe Putin is truly wealthy? Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lux Lifestyle Travel Plus. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell for more updates. See you on our next video.